Greetings, dear hearts. How are you? It's Miss D here. Welcome you in on a Sunday. Just wanted to actually turn the camera on as I was sitting here. Been sitting here organizing the desk, getting thoughts for projects to come up here on the channel, and thought, why not turn on the video camera and at least get a video out. Haven't got one out in 3 weeks or so, which is a mess. So I thought I'd just turn the camera on and check in with you all. Not doing a whole lot. Really at the end of cleaning up the desk and the work station so that I can be more productive. What I am doing is thinking of a journal that I want to create, an organization, personal organizer for myself, and a little mini pamphlet that I want to get posted up or put up for you all around helping to be creative and staying creative. So that's what the plan is to work on today. I want to finish getting the last itty bitties off the desk, and got trapped into cutting images out. I do that for the journals, and it can slow you down, but that's okay. So this video is just a really hang out with Miss D on a Sunday. I find Sunday usually is the day, if I haven't been real creative or productive, that by Sunday something will come up that I'll want to create. Generally, I have a Sunday diary junk journal that I'll try to make inspirational pictures there, and that'll get the juices flowing a little bit. So I'm just cutting out words and images that I'm going to try to use today. Want to make a little collage. The words I'm going to put to the side for the journal. But this is the junk mail that came in the other day, and so I just wanted to use it. I'm doing pretty good running through supplies that I had and the junk mail that comes in. I've been on that challenge not to buy anything until COVID is over. I've been pretty good. I do have a package here on the desk, which will make you think Amazon, right? And you'd be thinking right. But I gotta tell you, I got a sister friend, Miss Laura, made a purchase for me. Just because she knows I like to stay creative, and she gave it as a gift, a Corona gift, and so yay me. I'll show you what's in there in 2 seconds. Just want to get some of this stuff over to the left of the desk. That's going to be stuff we create with. I think I want a little envelope for the words, and I'll be able to get started with that. Trying to create with whatever's on the desk. I've seen some of the fellow YouTubers doing that, and I find it creative. So I want to continue to use the scraps and bits that always end up on the desk and be creative with them. So how about you? How you've been doing? What's been going on? I hope everybody is well and happy, safe, staying at home or going out safely. For me, it's been close to 3 months on stay home, stay safe here in Washington State. I live in King County, Seattle, Washington, and we were one of the first ones to go into quarantine, and we're still in quarantine. Things seem to be getting a little bit better out there, but uh, the last reporting from the governor is that we were not ready to um, move to stage two. Some parts of the state have been able to move to stage two, but not here in King County as of yet. Why is that, you say? That's what I'm always asking. Why is that? What's going on? The numbers keep going up. While we've gotten pretty even with our numbers, we haven't done that big dive down and stay down, stop getting new cases. People aren't being reported as dying as much, but the numbers of people that are showing up positive continues to be at a stage where the governor doesn't feel like it's safe for us to open up. Yeah, I'm opening bills on on the channel because I use that for junk mail. This PSC bill, which isn't too bad, but I'm going to use the envelope for junk mail. I'm going to pay this. I was just watching a fellow YouTuber, and she was talking about the electric meters being changed where she lived, and they all saw an increase in their bills. Well, the PSC just notified me that they made some changes too. I find a lot of good images in the flyers that they tuck in with your bill, and I saved them for journals and whatnot. I also use them for practicing drawing. I gotta say, I'm getting a little bit better with my drawing. Starting to be able to look at things and draw them. That's something I thought I'd never get able to do. But moving right along with that, and that's pretty cool. Okay, let that go. I save words. It's good for putting on paintings, pictures when you're journaling. So if I see some nice big print or interesting print, I'll save them. That's amazing. I'm just about done with getting all the stuff off the top of the desk. I could say one positive of COVID is that I have been able to spend more time in my craft area, organizing and cleaning and actually creating. That has been a positive for me. So I'm calling that positive that I'm able to get that desk together that quick. All right. I sometimes have saved the little windows. Let's see how many of those, what I can do with those, or what I can create. And I guess I'll play with that today because I don't want to save pieces and then save them forever with no real purpose as I'm trying to dwindle down my stash and things that I've been collecting. Don't want to be a hoarder anymore. You see that together we're creating just words that I'm cutting out. that can be glued to collages and whatnot. All right, and it makes less that has to go out in the trash. I guess I can let you go now. I've had you for a minute. I paint in caps, so sometimes they end up on the desk. Dollar store find. Feels pretty good right now over here. Been organizing. I have a page that I was thinking of using this image. I think I am going to go ahead and cut it out and try this image on that page. It's interesting, the longer we are on quarantine, the more you start to see people in all different lights. Now people are pretty much over it. They're tired of being in, they're tired of being good, and I am starting to see people be a little more reckless. People are thinking they're safe, that nothing can happen to them, nothing's happened to them. I've heard some people say, others are talking about, well, nothing's happening to nobody I know. I'm like, where do you live? Because we, in my family and friends, we definitely know somebody that has been impacted, but some people are saying they don't know anybody, they haven't been impacted. And so that's making for people to start making choices, rationalize things. And it makes it hard on friends and family, because as people are rationalizing, you have to figure out where's your space, where's the part that I'm a concerned family member, and your part that the grown people, they get to make their choices, you know. It gets hard. I must say, for even myself this week, was hit in the face with just that this weekend, and I don't know if I did the right thing, but I chose to, you know, not do a big hard sell, and let people make their own choice, but did, you know, mention that, you know, we're on quarantine, and it's one of the things that because people are getting restless, that people are starting to get looser. I did it real gentle, real soft, and really didn't push the issue. You know, I've had thoughts, and I guess I'm still having thoughts because I'm talking to you about it. About should I have said more, should I have done more? But I'm now at the place that it is getting hard and frustrating to deal with people who just don't seem to get it. They're making different choices, and I guess different choices to me. So what I'm doing is letting people do whatever they want, but I'm going to keep me safe. So that might mean that people that are really close to me, I quarantine away from them, and don't allow them, you know, near me, but allow them to make the choices they want, because basically I understand, I can hear what they're saying, you know. They're either in the age group that if they get it, they're not going to die. They're not going to have, you know, such a rough time that they don't think that it will affect them too much. And so they're willing to take that risk. As for me, I don't know what my outcome would be, but I am in that age group that is, if I have a bad outcome, I'm dead. And so I'm not willing to take that risk. And so people who've only really, I guess, been quarantining for others, they're tired now. And I think this is where this second wave will really come from. people are tired of, I guess, making a sacrifice for something they don't get to see, or something they don't believe that'll affect them. So they're going pretty much back about their own lives. And as the country loosens up the regulations and allow more business open, more regular life, um, people are going back to as close to what their normal was as they can. And so, I do believe we'll see a second wave, and I do believe those of us that have been impacted greatly before, the age group, will be impacted greatly again if you're not careful. So I guess I would say to any older American, be careful during these next few months, and even more careful as fall and winter heads our way. I know you love family and friends, but if they haven't been keeping themselves pretty close, I, for this year into the fall and winter, for sure would keep up the same guidelines that we had, because if people are out there mingling and doing, and COVID gets to have its ugly way, it will be running rampant and it will run right to you. That's my spill on COVID. I will say one other thing is that it's hard choices. This is where you put your, I guess, your adult hats on, take your emotions out of things, and look about what you're really trying to do, how committed you are to trying to do it. Because I don't know that it was real effective. If we were only going to do it part way, we were going to get to a certain point, then we're going to say we're tired, or it's not going to affect me and I'm going back to my regular life. What was the point in the whole first place, when going back to your regular life could still mean other people dying, your grandmother, your great grandma, people that you were trying to protect, that you're now saying, you know, you don't think it's going to get you, and, you stand away from those that are trying to protect. But, I can see messes happening. I can see messes happening. Where you do that for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's your lifestyle, and now 2 or 3 weeks have passed, and you go visit grandma, you go visit auntie. God forbid you're one of those people that carry the corona without symptoms, and grandma, who's ready to see everybody, who's pretty frustrated in her life being um, altered, wants to do her own thing because I'm old, I've done enough, and this is too much, allows you to come. Yeah, she's old. Yeah, she's lived her life. But if she dies because of COVID that you bring, how the hell will you feel? I know it's hard. I hear everybody talking, and I understand giving in, and thinking it's a love thing. It's not a love thing. Grandma can be older. Grandma can be depressed. Grandma can say some things that, had she been in a different space, she may not say. I'm saying, if you choose to live your life for you, stay away from grandma, stay away from your elderly auntie, stay away from vulnerable people. I know you love them, they love you, and everybody's tired of this. But I'd rather be tired of this in my house with my lips poked out than tired of this putting dirt over somebody. I'm off my soapbox, but it's on my heart. Just, things happen that get out of our control. The coronavirus is already out of our control. And then dealing with other grown people is out of our control. And I guess I'm feeling some kind of way. I'm going to just cut out me some pretty images and try to get lost in this. This is what crafting gives me in the first place. Able to get away from reality. And the reality we're facing right now definitely warrants a present. The present of escape. So I'm going to escape for a few minutes. I'm harvesting as I'm venting and escaping. Taking this bag apart. It's a dollar store bag that a gift came in for one of the grandkids some time ago. And so I'm going to save this ribbon. You know, in fact, I think I'm going to save this whole top sheet. I have an idea for how to use that. This whole top strip. Put that back in there. I got a little idea. How about you? If you got anything to say on that subject, leave me a little comment down in the comment box below. Let me know how you're feeling. This is a trying time for us all, and we all have to go through this, and the good parts, the bad parts. And I got to say, there have been some good parts. There's lots of families reconnecting in ways that they haven't reconnected. Friends connecting with old friends. Um, Social groups coming. People being so generous. Have you seen the generosity of folks lately? I mean, some people are giving away their services for free. Some are feeding other people. Some are just opening up the door, sing you a song, or play you something on their instrument. I love stuff like that. Rose colored glass, me, loves stuff like that. Um, what's going on around you? Have you seen the good, the bad, the ugly? Because it's all there, and we got to deal with it. All right, so the image is cut out roughly, and the page that I'm working on it is in my big journal, so I'm going to lay it to the side for a moment and just cut this other top off. And I'm going to save, this is the back side of the bag, but I'm just save this other top piece. Okay. Save these two pieces. I got an idea. So, save that for a moment. I'm going to put it where I'll see it, so I'll play with that idea. And save this second half of the bag in case it looks good and somebody said, oh, will you do me a page like that? Or I think of a total different idea. I think it's worthy of saving. I'm trying to be really careful on what I save so that I don't have a stockpile of scraps for crafting that's big. At one point, I had filled this room up and my hall and a little bathroom. So I'm trying to get rid of all those pieces of art material that I saved and get down to something really, truly usable. So, what I'm going to do a speed cleanup, I'm going to just add the words that I cut out earlier into that envelope. It's words and images. So I just want to do that real fast, and I think I'll stick both words and images in here, and then I'm done real fast. Oh, I guess you've been looking at me and can't see what I'm doing on the desk, huh? It's the words that I cut out. Sticking them in here. Pieces of scrap that I saved. Things I'm going to really try to put right on this piece of paper over here as I think I'm going to try to collage. And I can work from this envelope for scraps. Okay. That was quick work. That was quick work. I'm going to hold this for another project time. And need that close. Use this for collaging, for drippings. Well, look at here. That's called a desk ready to go ahead and start crafting on. These little its and bits over here I'm going to use right away today, and try to craft with those. What I do want to do is show you what Miss Laura had Amazon drop off. I got collage glue. It's a kind of Mod Podge, but not Mod Podge. I'm curious to see what it's like. This one's matte, and this one's glossy. Collage Podge is the name. Instant decoupage, water resistant glue sealer finish. Dries crystal clear, water resistant, smooth finish, super easy. Okay. I'm a big Mod Podge fan. We're going to give it a whirl and see what it does. So that's what I'll finish the project off with today. That's what Miss Laura sent us. And boy, UPS had been through something, sent this one through something. This is dirty. I don't even think I could save this one. Guess we'll toss that. All right. Now, first things first. This was still part of the bills that came in. There was one piece of paper that one side was really clear. The other side had some writing, different language writing. So I thought I'd save it and use it for bits. In the collaging. This is the last little bit of my old Mod Podge that I had laying around. And I think I'll just go ahead and finish this one up and let the new one that I want to test have it on start without mixing it with something else. So what I want to do is glue these two pieces of paper together. Make one stronger one, and then that back side that I didn't want will disappear. And I think we'll use this for a base for a little collage of the little pieces that were on the desk that I just want to get rid of. Okay. And this is the side that I want up. And just match them. All right, so that gives us an instant backing on one side and clear surface on the other. So with the one side, I think I'm going to put a little paint on it. See if I have any empty bottles or half empty bottles of paint laying around, and be able to use those just to color this side. Stain it a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and use the same brush I used the Mod Podge with. Just add a little color to this. Main thing is just getting a little color on it. I don't have a project in mind, just using up paper that comes in. The junk mail. That takes care of that. I can either throw that jar away or save it for mixing. And if I was being true to what I'm really trying to do, I should throw it away here, but I'm sure thinking about saving it to mix another color in. So I'm getting myself to the end of this project to decide what I'm going to do. So what I do have here is more scrap bits and ideas for projects over there. This was a journal I started and never finished, that I think I'm going to try to put this in, but for right now I want to get a little more color on that. Let's see. This is a acrylology paint that I got from the dollar store. It's a acrylic. I like the way this color looked in the bottle. So let's see what it looks like on the paper. Well, we want to open it first. Making some prints. Get rid of the ink. Actually like that. I like that color. It's kind of like a yellow orchard. Ochre, yellow ochre. Kind of looks like that. That's pretty. Okay, I like the way that looks. That's pretty. I like that color a lot. I like playing with colors. So, always trying to make a skin tone for African American skin. And this is one of the base colors I kind of like. Okay. Then another bottle that was sort of kind of empty. It isn't all empty. It's just kind of like a spray color I was using, but in that gold yellow family. I think what I'm going to do with that is let it go, let it go. Just mix the last little bit in here. Throw the rest over here. I don't really have a design, just playing with the paint and see what happens. How kind of instinctive painting. It's coming from the core of me. Just hanging out. Okay. And so I'm going to let that bottle go. That has some actual gold in it. This has some little bit of reddish left in it. Let's see what we can get. Oopsie. Red brown, actually. Okay. Some blue water that I've been wiping brushes in, and I like to use diluted paint water to age things. Instant aging. Kind of happy with this. Taking brushes out of the water that's been sitting. Okay. Then I'm going to do just a drop of this yellow. Kind of lighten back up in here. Okay. I think a little stamping could be good on there. Dry that a little bit. creating a little border. Part of the intrigue for me is that just watching what happens. I started with no idea, with 2 pieces of junk mail, and already I'm getting excited about what I'm seeing and the possibilities of what it can become. Loving it, loving it. Did see a couple little troublesome spots. Let's see if I can fix that up. Pretty okay. Sorry, got a little quiet, lost in that. This is one of my favorite ways to relax. Just going for it. No pre-planned anything. Just playing with the colors and the tools. It's one way to get your mojo going. Alrighty. And just because I am just playing, I put some white paint in this squeeze bottle. And I just want to play with it as an applicator. like the feel of that. Have to learn to use less pressure. But I feel like there's a lot of paint on there. Actually was one of my granddaughter's creations. I didn't want to mess with Miss Nia's work. But I like to take extra paint and put it down. Okay. I can do that. Just another project that's coming. Just want to take some of the paint off. You're wondering how I got that brown after tracing the white is I never washed the brush. Left that in there. The brown and the white together. It's just like a base for the skin layers that I'm going to put over here. Didn't want total pigment. It's me having two projects at once. This happens to me a lot. Oh man, got a little tear. We'll work that out in the end. One thing about using too much water, you got to be careful. It's just a base skin tone color. This won't be the end. Just a little heated about the tear. So I'm gonna try to patch that right away. It's a water tear. Aha. Just looking for my scissors. I'm gonna just take the decoupage with a brush that's a little wet. And lay it over the back. And that seals our front hole. Taking the wet brush with decoupage and just strengthening up the whole paper. And adding a little of that color. Okay. I'm just going to let that dry. Let it dry. Did see one piece I think I want to patch just a little bit. There we go. My bad. So let it dry there and cut around it. Okay. Okay. So the name of the project was Get Everything Off the Desk. Got rid of a bottle or two. See what other little tidbits we can get through. This image is just something I was playing with on a page. So I'm just going to glue her on, and this could be continuation of still playing with the image on a page. Kind of like a there. Okay. This video is getting a little bit long. Um, just wanted you to hang out and see how I get my mojo working and clear off the desk. Just hanging with Miss D, seeing what's going on in her craft corner. Starting to get really creative. But I know longer videos sometimes don't get watched on YouTube. I'll probably still be sitting here. One day I guess I'll get daring enough to just let it run. Not worry about YouTube and how long it is. It's starting to look really good. That little piece I took off the bottom that was flipping over, I'm gonna just glue it on the top, and it takes care of the rough ends, edges. There we go. The decoupage makes this more leathery feeling, so it thickens up the paper, so it feels like more than just that thin copy paper that came with the junk mail. Paper has thicker texture now. It's starting to feel a little more leathery. And the more decoupage and paint we put on it, the more texture it'll get. Just playing with it to see what we can do with the other pieces of paper that was around. Mm. I'm just going to go for it. The X we kind of almost lost. But I kind of like gluing her back together here. It's evolving. It's evolving. I think we give her a little bit of face, and we can call this a page ready to glue in my glue book. Little accident, just having some yellow paint ended up on my hand. Just putting it on the page. Eyebrows aren't my favorite thing. Mm. So bear with me. Okay. Beauty of acrylics is you can play and erase until you get it kind of where you want it. Almost there. Okay, okay. I will probably touch her face up a little offline. But this is what we ended up with from cleaning the desk off. Okay, I'm going to hold this good. Let it dry. Sometimes you can't get it right until it dries, and do a little fix up. But here's the cleanup of the desk page, and we'll put it in one of the journals. And this is all that's left that's on the desk. And I'll probably sit here, oops, and play with these images. But I didn't want to keep you too much longer. And I'll get all the scraps off the desk. I want to thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm glad to have had a chance to touch bases with you. Until next time, stay quarantined safely. Talk to you soon. Bye.